theories of matter and stellar origins. 11. If the Big Bang theories were true, all stars would move the same direction, but stars, clusters, and galaxies are moving in various directions opposite to one another. More about the expanding universe theory. 12. Evidence is accumulating that the entire universe is rotating. This is angular momentum on the most gigantic proportions, yet the Big Bang should only have produced linear movements outward from it. 13. Theories are deeply bothered by what they call the lumpy problem. The universe is lumpy, that is, it has stars, planets, etc. in it, yet none should exist if the Big Bang theory were true. They argue fiercely over these problems in their professional journals while assuring the public the theory is accepted by all astrophysicists. They consider this to be a major unsolved problem. As IBM Phillips E. Sidon put it, the standard Big Bang model does not give rise to lumpiness. That model assumes the universe started out as globally smooth, homogeneous expanding gas. If you apply the law of physics to this model, you get a universe that is uniform, a cosmic vastness of evenly distributed atoms with no organization of any kind. No galaxies, no stars, no planets, no nothing. Needless to say, the night sky dazzling in its lumps, clumps, and clusters says otherwise. How then did the lumps get there? No one can say. Ben Patrusky, Why is the Cosmos Lumpy? Science 81, June 1981, page 96. 14. The universe is full of stars with relatively little gas, but it should be the other way around, full of gas and not stars. The Big Bang should have produced a homogeneous universe of smooth gas, overflowing outward within at best almost inhomogeneities or lumps such as stars and our universe. 15. The universe is full of superclusters. These are the biggest lumps of all. It has recently been discovered that the galaxies are grouped into galaxy clusters and these into still larger superclusters. The Big Bangers, as their colleagues call them, excuse the problem by saying that gravity waves produced the galaxies, but gravity in any form could not press floating hydrogen and helium into a star or planet out of gas, make a marvelously organized disk network of stars, or produce the precisely balanced spinning and orbiting of planets and stars. Quote, the main efforts of investigators have been preparing over holes in the Big Bang theory to build up an idea that has become ever more complex and cumbersome. I have a little hesitation in saying that a sickly pall now hangs over the Big Bang theory. When a pattern of facts becomes set against a theory, experience shows that the theory rarely recovers. Sir Fred Hoyle, The Big Bang Theory Attack, Science Digest, May 1984, page 84. 16. Solar collapse, not nuclear fusion, has been found to be the cause of the solar energy, but that would undercut the entire theory of the Big Bang. We will briefly summarize the data here. You will find it discussed more fully, along with the additional quotations in the chapter Origin of the Stars in the 3 volumes set on our website. It is also particularly referred in 6 solar collapses in the Age of the Earth chapter in this paperback. There is evidence that our sun shines not by hydrogen explosions but by solar collapse, yet stellar revolution is key to the fact that stars are fueled by shine because of hydrogen explosions, nuclear fusion. The amount of mass energy our sun would have to lose daily amounts to 4 million tons, 3.6 million, etc. a second. The problem is the fusion process should produce lots of subatomic particles called neutrinos, and each square inch of the Earth's surface should be hit each second by 1 trillion neutrinos. Scientists have neutrino detectors in place and have searched for them since the mid-1970s, but hardly any arrive from the Sun. This fact alone should appear to disprove the hydrogen theory of solar energy. J. Hay Bacall, Astronomical Journal, 76-283, 1971. Corliss, the world leader in tracking down scientific anomalies, considered the missing neutrinos to be one of the most significant anomalies in astronomy. W. R. Corliss, Stars and Galaxy Cosmos, 1987, page 40. It was not until the 1930s that the nuclear theory of starlight was developed by Hans Bethe and Carl von Weizsäcker, yet it remains a theory. In contrast, there is strong evidence pointing to solar collapse as the true cause of solar energy. The scientific basis for solar collapse as the source of solar energy was developed over a century ago by 2 brilliant scientists, Hermann von Holmersund and Lord Kelvin. If each star is slowly contracting, great amounts of energy would be constantly released. But evolutionists cannot accept this possibility, because it would mean the universe and the Earth is much younger. Nuclear fusion would mean billions of years for a star's life. Solar collapse only a few million. A change in the radius of our Sun of about 80 feet, 24.27 m, a year is all that would be necessary to produce our Sun's actual energy release. This is a radius shrinkage of only 0.009 feet or 0.27 cm per hour. Some scientists have found evidence of solar collapse. One major study was done by John A. Eddy, Aram Burnasian, New Scientist, March 3, 1983, page 592. The basis for this is analysis of solar transient measurements made at the Royal Greenwich Observatory since 1836 and the US Naval Observatory since 1846. It was calculated that the Sun is shrinking at the rate of 5 feet an hour in diameter, or 0.1% per century, 2 acre-second century. They also analyzed solar eclipses for the past 4 centuries, and separated report by Ronald Gilland confirmed the Eddy and Burnasian report. The Sun has been contracting, quote, about 0.1% century, corresponding to shrinkage rate of about 15 feet per hour, 15.24 dm. GB Dublin Physics Today, Volume 32, Number 17, 1979. The above findings would indicate that our Sun output of radiant energy is generated by this shrinking, not by hydrogen explosions. Thermonuclear fusion deep within it. As already mentioned, if hydrogen was the so-called solar fuel, we should be receiving a very large quantity of neutrinos, yet almost none are detected. Jupiter is also apparently contracting because it is giving off more heat than it receives from the Sun. A surface of contraction of just 1 centimeter per year would account for the measured heat from Jupiter. A similar situation exists for Saturn. Quote, Jupiter radiates twice as much energy as it absorbs from the Sun through contraction and cooling process. Stardate Radio Broadcast Number 8, 1990. Saturn emits 50% more heat than it absorbs from the Sun. Science Frontiers, number 73, February 1991. These facts are known, but in order to defend evolutionary theory, the decision has been made to stick with solar fusion. Hydrogen explosions are the cause of solar energy and sunshine. Quote, astronomers were startled and laymen amazed when, in 1979, Jack Eddy of the High Altitude Observatory in Boulder, Colorado, claimed that the Sun was shrinking at such a rate that if the decline did not reverse, our local star would disappear within 100 million years. John Gribben, The Curious Case of the Shrinking Sun, New Scientist, March 3, 1983. Geological evidence, however, indicates that terrestrial crust, our Earth's rock strata, has an age of several billion years, and it's surely to be expected that the Sun is at least as old as the Earth. We must conclude that another source must be responsible for most of the energy output of a star. Neva Novotny, Introduction to Stellar Atmosphere and Interiors, 1973, page 248. Summarizing solar collapse. The evidence that hydrogen explosion, thermonuclear fusion, is the cause of solar energy shine would be a great abundance of neutrino radiation, but that evidence is missing. The evidence that a solar collapse gradually shrinkage is the cause has been definitely found. Evolutionists reject solar collapse as the cause, since it would mean our Sun and the universe could not be more than a few million years old. 2. The cosmology theories would be wrong, and 3. The Big Bang theory would be gutted. Is there no evidence that supports the Big Bang theory? Evolutionists are able to point to 2. Here they are.